I feel it rising up in me, and now I'm feeling free, brave and strong as I can be, to live my dream. Good morning. So now we're going to switch gears a bit, and we're going to step into the conversation about creativity and courage. Stepping outside and doing something that's maybe different than what other people do, or pursuing something that's a creative outlet, can be a really scary thing. And it does take courage to step through that fear wall. And the interesting thing that I want to kind of talk about here is that that fear wall doesn't actually ever really go away. Anybody that I know that is creative, musician, artist, things like that, breaks through and hits this wall again and again and again. Even some of the most extraordinarily talented people that you would never think would go through that again, do. I've discovered that, they judge themselves. They think they're not good enough. I mean, they can be absolutely exceptional at what they do. And you look at them and just think, holy crap. That person that plays guitar like that, I almost don't want to play guitar anymore because they're so bloomin' good. Like, I'm never going to get that far. And that person actually has someone else that they look to, that they feel the same way about. And being courageous enough to let go of our perfectionism and say, I'm just going to jump right in, and I am going to create something, and I'm going to let the world see what I created. The biggest critic that you're going to have is right in the... there will be critics outside of that who, feel like it's important for them to tell you their 2 cents worth of it. But the biggest obstacle is your own mind. And judging what you do and feeling like it's not good enough to share, or I'm not good enough to be doing this particular thing. And I want you to know that the most important thing is to just keep jumping in and just keep doing it. Be messy at it. We're so afraid, when we're children, we're not afraid of that. We're not afraid of, drawing something incorrectly until an adult or someone outside of us criticizes that or puts that block in front of us to go, well, you really should have, horses aren't actually blue. Who frickin' cares? If I want to draw a horse that's blue, that's what creativity is all about. It's not staying within a structure and saying, this is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Now, we do have, things in the music world or things in whatever, certain rules that they say you're supposed to follow. And that can be great for learning the boxes, learning the parameters of working within that and understanding what that feels like to bump up against it, right? But ultimately, creativity is about throwing it out there and just going, what the heck? I mean, some of the most creative, amazing music is that edgy stuff that it might not fit into that mold and that norm, that here's the structure of a song and it goes A and B and, C, and then it goes here. And this is, how it's supposed to be. And, there's something to be said for that. And people like things to be familiar, and they like things that they, they've heard before. Maybe it's a little edgy, and maybe some people are like, I can't even listen to that because it seems so weird to me. And yet there are a whole audience out there that love that stuff. They love the weird stuff. They love the stuff that makes it go like, I like that. I like how they, the colors they put in that painting, or, that I never would have thought about. I like the, the dissonance of the happy and the sad, and, whatever it is. And I think it's really important that we allow ourselves to step into that creativity and enjoy the process, because really that's what it's all about. It's not, yes, it is, you create something, and whether it's a product that you sell, or something that you've brought in and birthed into this world, but 9 times out of 10 you're just doing it just for the sake of just get it out and pour it out into the world. Let it be birthed. Yesterday I had a crazy moment. I planned to, I happened to be house sitting this weekend in a beautiful space, and I knew I had space to be able to just really sing and really feel open with that, which is really kind of a cool thing. And I don't always have that. So I'm weirdly funny. When other people are in my space, I'm quiet about it, and I don't want to disturb them, and I don't want to go over those things 10,000 times, which I sometimes have to do to get it the way I want it to be. And so when I'm in a space that I can just let go, then I'm able to just free that, and I'm able to just go ahead. And so I planned on recording a bunch of songs, which I did. I recorded a couple of songs here that I wanted to add to some videos, and some things that I know for future ones that I want to look at. Now, what's funny is I have to laugh at myself, because I was like, I'm going to spend the whole day, singing and recording and playing. And I haven't been doing that for months. So what made me think I could actually, it was a bit overzealous, let me say, because your fingers get sore and your voice gets tired. But, nonetheless, I did as many as I could do. And here was what was really weird, is so I come to a place where I was like, I kind of felt satiated in my creativity, and, just putting those songs out and knowing where they were going to fit into my little, vlogging and my videos. And it was awesome with that. So it had come to time for dinner. So I, threw a squash and some potato in the oven, and just picked up my guitar for the fun of it. And I picked up my old guitar, my old trusty guitar that I've had since I was 12, from where it was being held. And I just sat down and started playing a chord progression. And it started with kind of a lyric, and I was like, that's not really in alignment with, what I really think, but that lyric just came out. And then I thought, well, what is it that I've been waiting for? What is it that I've been waiting for? Because it was like, I've been waiting so long for my love to come kind of thing. But the reality is I'm not. As you heard about last time, I'm actually really super happy with being single, so that's good. But it was like, what am I waiting for? And it was like, I'm waiting for this dream. And I could feel this holding back in it, holding back in what I wanted to create and what I want to do in life. And I had an experience on Friday regarding something else, and I felt fear coming up, and it was really, really strong. And I had to sit with it. And I have learned there's a paradox about fear, because when you fight it and push it away and constantly say, no, like, shut up, you're not allowed to be there. What happens is you actually make it grow stronger. So I needed to make friends with it. And I needed to look it in the eye and just say, I know you're here. And I know that you are just trying to protect me, and that's totally okay. But I have a life to live here. And I can't do that if I'm constantly looking over my shoulder and stopping myself from stepping forward into who I want to be and what I want to do in this world. So that was on my mind, and out of nowhere, in the time it took to bake a potato, this song that I'm going to share with you at the end of this video was birthed. And it just came like wildfire, and it was just there. And suddenly, so there I was, and I had within what does it take to bake a potato? An hour and a half maybe total. It was a big potato. So in that time period, I had created this and already recorded just the first real quick draft of it and sent it to my friend and said, holy crap, look just what happened after I hung up the phone from you. And so I'm letting it out here now. And this is what I'm talking about, is going through that and just going, here it is. This is the way it is. And it may morph a little bit, but I think it's pretty self-contained now. It might have some minor changes, down the road. But I have been through this thing enough times that I know the only way through it is to just step through the fear and jump in and just do it. That phrase, feel the fear and do it anyways. And I think we have to be careful there, because the fear can be telling us a really important story. So listen to the story first and listen to what it has to say to you. And then jump in and create. Just have some fun with it. Go with it and be with it as much as you can. So that is what I have to say for today. And I'm going to stay on this bent of creativity and what that means. So come with me next week and see what else I have to say about it. I have no idea what it'll be yet. See you next week. I've been waiting so long for my dream to come. I've been towing the line now for far too long. I feel it coming, I feel it coming, I feel it rising up in me, and now I'm feeling free, brave and strong as I can be, to live my dream. I've been letting fear get the best of me, letting its voice be louder than it needs to be. I feel it coming, I feel it coming, I feel it rising up in me, and now I'm feeling free, brave and strong as I can be, to live my dream. La 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 la. I look into the eyes of fear, tell it is welcome here. No, you're only trying to keep me safe, but this is my life to create. I've been waiting so long for my dream to come. I've been towing the line now for far too long. I feel it coming, I feel it coming, I feel it rising